you.
Salawat. We are starting our breathing exercise now.
Mu'mineen are requested to come in the front. They recite. The Holy Quran is being recited. Please maintain silence. Brothers, if you finished your tea, and would you please come forward and take your seats before the Quran starts? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سورة الأعلى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Translation in English. Al-A'la, the Most High. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, glorify the name of your Lord Most High, who creates and gives shape and form, who ordains laws and provides guidance, who brings forth the pastures, then reduces it to swarthy stubble. We make you read so that you should not forget, save what Allah wills. Verily, He knows the manifest made public and knows what is hidden. We shall make easy your tasks to you, the easy way. So keep on reminding, for reminding surely does good to mankind. He who fears Allah will be warned, and the reprobate will turn away, who shall enter the great fire, in which he will neither die nor live. Indeed, he alone succeeds, he who purifies himself and remembers the name of his Lord and regularly prays. But you prefer the life of this world, though the life of the hereafter is better and abiding. Verily, this is in the earlier scriptures, the scriptures of Ibrahim and Musa. Allahumma salli ala Fatimata wa abiha wa ba'liha wa baniha wa sirr al-mustawdi fiha adada ma hata bil-muq. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. We shall now hear munajat of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. May I request Brother Rahman to come and recite the munajat. Thank you.
محمد وآل محمد صلوات. نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ رسالت، نعرہ رسالت، نعرہ حیدری. محمد وآل محمد صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
محمد وآل محمد صلوات. ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہیں دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق. ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہیں دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق. صلوات پرو ذکر ہے چھٹے امام کا، اللہم صلی اللہ. صلوات پرو ذکر ہے چھٹے امام کا، نور خدا شہنشاہ عالی مقام کا. یا رب ہمیں توفیق دے، یا رب ہمیں توفیق دے مدح امام کی، صدقہ دے ہمیں حضرت صادق کے نام کا. ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہیں دین کے ساکی پلا دے جام ولائے شہ زمن، تسنیم و سلسبیل کی تسیر ہو عیان. دل میں ہو روشنی اور فصاحت ہو بر زبان، آب طہور پی کے میں کچھ کر سکوں بیان. ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہیں دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق. کیا صلی علی شان ہے مولا کی ہمارے، اللہ کے پیارے ہیں پیمبر کے ہیں پیارے. کیا صلی علی شان ہے مولا کی ہمارے، اللہ کے پیارے ہیں پیمبر کے ہیں پیارے. گر وقت مصیبت میں، گر وقت مصیبت میں کوئی حضرت کو پکارے، فی الفول مدد کرتے ہیں زہرا کے دلارے. ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، یا جعفر صادق تیری مدحت محال ہے، قابو نہ دل کو ہے نہ زباں کو مجال ہے. یا جعفر صادق تیری مدحت محال ہے، قابو نہ دل کو ہے نہ زباں کو مجال ہے. میں ہوں غلام ایک میری کیا مجال ہے، حیدر کا جگر فاطمہ کا نونہال ہے. ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہیں دین کے سلطان امام. ہے احمد مرسل کے پسر حضرت صادق، گلزار امامت کا شرف حضرت صادق. ہے احمد مرسل کے پسر حضرت صادق، گلزار امامت کا شرف حضرت صادق. ہے بحر سخاوت کی، ہے بحر سخاوت کی صدف حضرت صادق، نور نظر شہ نجف حضرت صادق، ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہے دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق، یا شاہ خدا ذات ضیا نور کبریا، یا صادق و یا صدیق و یا شاہ اتقیا، یا شاہ خدا ذات ضیا نور کبریا، یا صادق و یا صدیق و یا شاہ اتقیا، بدت کو تیرا دین خدا کو جلا دیا، باطل کو حق کا فیصلہ حضرت نے کر دیا، ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہے دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق، ہے عاشق سبحان امام ہے دین۔ باب المراد آپ ہو اے کل کے مقتدا، حاجت روائی کیجئے اے رحمت خدا، باب المراد آپ ہو اے کل کے مقتدا، باب المراد آپ ہو اے کل کے مقتدا، حاجت روائی کیجئے اے رحمت خدا، خالی کوئی حضور کے، خالی کوئی حضور کے در سے نہیں پھرا، مقبول بارگاہ ہماری ہو التجا، ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہے دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق، آقا تمہیں ہے احمد و حیدر کا واسطہ، زہرا کا اور شبر و شبر کا واسطہ، آقا تمہیں ہے احمد و حیدر کا واسطہ، زہرا کا اور شبر و شبر کا واسطہ، باکر کا اور عابد، باقر کا اور عابد مزتر کا واسطہ، دکھ درد رنجو، دکھ درد اور رنجو علم سے کرو رہا، ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہے دین کے سلطان، مولا سوال لائے ہیں خالی نہ پھیرنا، دامن ہمارے گوہر مقصود سے بھرنا، نظر منائی ہم نے جو مقبول ہی کرنا، دربار سے مایوس کسی کو نہ پھیرنا، ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہے دین کے سلطان امام، ہر صبح و شام میری دعا ہے میرے مولا، ہے عشق مدینے سے میرا دل تڑپ رہا، ہر صبح و شام میری دعا ہے میرے مولا، ہے عشق مدینے سے میرا دل تڑپ رہا، یا صبت مصطفیٰ ہمیں، یا صبت مصطفیٰ ہمیں بلوا لو کربلا، چومے ذریعے پاک شہنشاہ کربلا، یہ ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق، ہیں دین کے اور کاظمین و سامرا کا شوق ہے بڑا مشہد میں اور نجف میں زیارت کروں ادا یا جعفر صادق میری عرضی ہو پاذیرا روزہ میں دیکھو زینب اولیاء مقام کا ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق یا جعفر صادق میری عرضی بحال ہو فیاض ہو کریم ہو حیدر کے لال ہوں شیعوں کو دو جہان میں نہ رنج و ملال ہو جو دشمنان دین ہیں ان پر زوال ہو آپ سخی ابن سخی اے میرے آقا جو کہ بیمار جلد ہو شفا ہو آپ سخی ابن سخی اے میرے آقا جو کہ بیمار انہیں جلد ہو شفا لا ولد کو اولاد ہو اے خاصہ اے خدا ہو شاد دو جہان محیب آپ کے صدا ہو شاد دو جہان میں محب آپ کے صدا ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق ہیں دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق پروردگار جعفر صادق کا واسطہ مانگا جو کچھ حضور سے جلد ہو عطا ہم واسطہ دیتے ہیں تجھے آل ابا کا سب شیعوں کی مقبول الہی ہو التجا ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق ہے عاشق سبحان امام جعفر صادق ہے دین کے سلطان امام جعفر صادق صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Thank you very much, Jazakallah, Brother Rahman, for that beautiful munajat recitation. May Allah accept our du'as, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وفوضوا أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. I entrust my affairs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Verily He looks after His servants. Respected elders and my brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu and welcome. પ્રથમ તો હું શરૂ કરું છું અલ્લાહના નામથી જે દયાળુ અને મહાન દયાળુ અને દયા કરનાર છે. ભાઈઓ એક બનો અને નેક બનો. Hadith of our sixth Imam, sixth holy Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. The people who perform acts of courtesy in this world will be the same ones to perform them in the hereafter. For verily in the hereafter their scales will be so laden with their good deeds that they will be able to bestow them generously on the sinners in order to assist them. Amali al-Tusi, page 304, 8, number 610. Announcements for today, Wednesday, 22nd of January 2025. Please switch your mobiles to a silent mode. Please keep your belongings with you all the time. Please cut waste costs and save the planet. Please note there is a charge of £1 for the use of Jamaat cutlery each time. Guests and visitors are exempted, so please remember to bring your own cutlery every week. Also, anyone wishing to sponsor a full or a part niyaz for the sawab of marhum means, please contact any committee member. The full cost of niyaz is £1,200. 2025 subscription of £10 is now due. Please pay at the desk. Members are requested to keep the center clean at all times, and please ensure there is no food or garbage left behind and is disposed of sensibly. Today's Sufra Niyaz is by the seniors and for the seniors, and so please donate generously at the treasurer's desk, Hassan. We have been invited, Hujjat seniors have been invited by Birmingham seniors. This is an official invitation, and this is to do with the family of Marhum Al-Haj Ramzan Karmali Danji. Kindly request to join them in commemorating the third year Barmsi Majlis of Marhum Al-Haj Ramzan Bhai Karmali Danji on Saturday, 25th of January 2025, which is the Shahadat Eve of our seventh Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. The program will start with Maghribin Salat at 18:30, 6:30, followed by Niyaz, announcements, Surah Yasin, Marsha, lecture by Maulana Sayyid Muhammad Naqvi, Sahib Matam and Ziyarat. So anyone wishing to go to Birmingham on Saturday, the assembly point will be here in the main car park at 4 p.m. Our mini bus will leave sharply at 4:30 p.m. And the departure, the program, I understand, will finish at 9:30 p.m. And thereafter you will be heading back, inshallah, and to arrive here between 11:30, maybe 12. So as we all know that Marhum Ramzan Bhai was a famous figure and a long-serving chair of the senior citizens of London for many years. So it will be highly appreciated if all the seniors from London can participate in the third year Barsi Majlis in Birmingham. The message goes on to say they will get an opportunity to get sawab and also meet the seniors of Birmingham. Your presence will be highly appreciated by the Marhum's family and senior citizens of KSIMC of Birmingham. Surah Al-Fatiha. Today's talk will be about the issue affecting many seniors men in later years. This will be delivered by our legend pharmacist Kakaji, and I'm delighted to welcome him with a beautiful salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
got it. He's there, no? That doesn't work, so he will go by it, yeah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, the most beneficent. All praise is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this amazing opportunity in this holy month of Rajab. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for inviting me, and thank you for the seniors team for inviting me. Mr. Chairman, my elders, members of the seniors committee and the team, my dearest colleagues, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So before I start, my topic today, as you can see, is on prostate. However, I just want to quickly summarize some of the talks that I have given in the last few months. This is just to catch up so that we are fully aware. I talked about self-care, and the latest on self-care are the practices like self-care practices like gratitude, spending time outdoors, social connections, physical self-care, etc. This should be remembered all the time. Self-care is one of the most important aspects of our lives at the moment, and NHS is actually looking into people doing self-care that will save not only time of the doctors and others, but also a lot of money to NHS, and you will feel much better and independent in your life. Second thing I talked about was dementia and Alzheimer's. There's nothing as such, the development carries on as such. There are some new drugs called lecanemab and donanemab. They have been introduced lately, but more than 20 other drugs are being looked at in the research section at the moment. So this is on the dementia. I suggest you go on to the Alzheimer's website to see what is going on in that. And then I talked about cholesterol, if you recall. A lot of research, of course, carries on that one. And the new ways to measure cholesterol, HDL, and other recent development include that in America they've started now to test children for cholesterol. So these are just a few developments, yeah? Now, on the main topic today, which is prostate cancer, I've got a pointer here where I can possibly also show you some of the things. So the first thing is understanding cancer. So welcome again, everyone, and thank you for being here today. Did you know that prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers? Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you carry on, Mr. Ma. Sorry, did you know that the prostate cancer was one of the most common cancers among men in the UK? It affects 1 in 8. So if there are 8 people sitting somewhere, one of them may have cancer, prostate cancer. Okay, that doesn't mean you've got it, but it's just that in a group. So just remember that figure, 1 in 8. Now, whatever the figures I'm giving you today are verified through Prostate UK Limited, and I've gone through their website, and also I've spoken to them, and they are unique to the UK only. So don't, if, for example, this video or this recording is going abroad, this may not be the same in the US or Africa or places like that. So these are all figures for the UK, just for qualify. And the second thing, qualification is, I am not a urologist, okay? So my main interest is to promote education, in health education mainly, and raise awareness about the thing. I'm a pharmacist by profession. So any difficulties that you have, or if anything you catch up here today or pick up, please go and see your medical professional for further details. Thank you. So despite the prevalence of, many people don't understand the risk factors and the symptoms of prostate. So the purpose of this session is to provide a clear, reliable information so you can feel confident in taking care of your health. Can we have the next slide, please? Next slide, please. Okay, so that is the prostate. So what is prostate? Prostate is a gland Yeah, it is a small gland about the size of a walnut, okay? But it plays a crucial role in the reproductive system, basically. Okay, it sits just below the bladder, surrounds the urethra, the tube that carries the urine, and the semen out of the body, okay? The prostate produces a fluid that combines with the sperm to form the semen, okay, helping protect and nourish the sperm, basically. Okay, because of its location near the bladder and the urethra, any changes in the prostate, okay, such as swelling or a cancer, can affect urination and other bodily function. We're going to look at the illustration now of prostate, where it's sitting. Next slide, please. No, one before that, please. Before that, please. That's it. So I don't know where this is. That's the prostate gland, basically. Okay? That's the bladder, and that's the urethra is going through there. So when this gets enlarged, okay, you have problems passing the urine down. And this is normal size of walnut size, but then this becomes enlarged or cancerous, then the problems start. Next one, please. Jay? I'm coming to that, yeah. Okay, this is illustration where it is very simple. It shows you the bladder, the prostate there. This is not working. So bladder, the prostate there in the middle, urethra there, and that's how it works. Okay, next one, please. So what are the common prostate issues then? Any idea, anybody know about BPH? Benign prostate hyperplasia? This is not, doctor is not allowed to answer this question. Anybody? Benign prostatic hyperplasia? BPH. So you will hear this word BPH is very common when they talk about prostate, okay? And that is benign prostatic hyperplasia is enlarged prostate. Very simple. Enlarged prostate causing urinary problems. Now, anybody know the difference between benign and malignant? When I say benign and when I say malignant.
Benign is non-cancerous.
Thank you. Any of us? So that's exactly what it is. Benign means it's non-cancerous. Okay, malignant is something which is cancerous stuff, yeah? So just remember this name. So BPH, very simple, is benign prostatic hyperplasia. Benign is non-cancerous, prostatic is it affecting the prostate gland, and hyperplasia is the ability for urination and the continuation of that, okay? Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so can you see that? So looking at this one here, so this is the normal prostate there, and you see through the urethra, the green, you get urination quite clearly. The moment you have problems, enlarged prostate there, it constricts the urethra and you have issues. Okay? Very simple diagram. Anybody know about prostatitis? Any of us? No. Okay, so next slide, please. So this is the painful inflammation. Inflammation often because of infection. So if you got any infection in the prostate gland, you get prostatitis, which causes the inflammation and helps in really painful. Okay, and next slide, please. Next one, please. So this is what it is. Okay, that's the normal prostate there. As you can see, the flow of urine coming in nicely. And the other side is prostatitis, which shows where is the constriction on the compressed urethra, the prostate is enlarged, and you have issues passing urine. Next slide, please. So what is the common prostate issues? Can anybody describe a prostate cancer? What is prostate cancer? Next slide, please. We all know what BPH is, enlarged prostate causing urinary problems. Prostatitis is painful inflammation, often from infection. And now we come to the main problem, which is the prostate cancer. Any offers? What is cancer generally? What happens when somebody has got cancer? Cancer really is very simple process whereby the normal cells, body cells, etc., they grow out of control. Okay, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just go out of control, and then they cause infection and all sorts of issues. So basically, it's called the abnormal growth of the prostate cells. Okay, and the growth of these normal cells, which get out of control, becomes abnormal growth, and that's when the problem starts. Next slide, please. I think this will illustrate it much beautifully here. Next one. Can you see that? Now, so these are the areas within the prostate gland whereby the cancer is starting here and there. Okay, that's the normal prostate. So here, normally everything is fine, the flow is okay and everything. When you come to here, on this side here, is where the cancer cells get in there and they get infection. Further illustrations will show you even more what I mean. So, definition, next slide please. Definition of the prostate cancer, please. Anybody? Like I told you before, prostate cancer is where the cells of the prostate grow abnormally and uncontrollably. Okay, while often growth is slow, in some cases it could be very aggressive. When the aggressiveness comes in, this is where you get the pain and the swelling. Okay, one of the most common cancers in men, particularly over 50 years old, is the prostate cancer. Okay, the good news is that early detection can lead to effective treatment and very fast as well, by the way. Okay, there's a lot of new treatments coming out there, and also the control of prostate pain as well through drugs like finasteride and tamsulosin is quite regularly prescribed by your GP. That's why it's so important to be aware of the risks and to contact your doctor as soon as you can. Okay. So next slide, please. Now this slide, I got it through the courtesy of Prostate UK, and I thank them for their very helpful information they gave it to me. So as you can see, prostate cancer is the most common in men. 1 in 8 men have got cancer. 52,000 men diagnosed every year. It's not a small amount. And 10,000 of them diagnosed late because they just ignored it, and they are diagnosed in a late stage of life, and there's not much you can do about it at that time, probably. So I am the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but this is what it is. Now these statistics, again, are unique for UK only. So you see in the corner that man with black spots there, that is Prostate UK sign. So whenever you see that, remember it's been sponsored by Prostate UK Limited. It's a fantastic society to join in. They are very helpful. You can even make a small donation to them. They're doing a fantastic job. Next slide, please. So let's look at the risk factors for prostate cancers, yeah? So there are several factors that increase the risk of developing prostate cancer. Age is the first factor, okay? Most cases are diagnosed for men over 50, with the risk increasing as men get older. Family history is very important as well here. I read, when I was reading, was making up this presentation, I was reading about prostate cancer and what people say about that. And there's an actor called, I don't want to put his name there, but he said that I have lost, he said to me, and I'm quoting, I quote, prostate cancer has taken a lot from me, he says. You know, first it took my grandfather, and then it took my father. So you can imagine, it is running in the family, so it is hereditary, so you've got to be a bit careful about that, okay? So if there's anything like that, any small aspect of issues that you find with that, please see your doctor and discuss it further. So that the earlier anything is caught, the better and the faster is rectified. Okay. So next item, please. Going on to symptoms to watch out for. The symptoms, can you see that? Difficulty urinating, blood in urine, erectile dysfunction, and persistent back, hip, and pelvic pain. Okay? The symptoms of prostate cancer can vary, but these are noticeable symptoms in early stage. Okay? The need to urinate more frequently, especially at night. You know, you get up 3-4 times, yeah, and not enough coming out there. Okay, this could be associated also with diabetes as well, uncontrolled diabetes, etc. So you should not get confused with the two issues. But having said that, if this is a persistent thing, I would make an appointment to be seen by the doctor. And I'm coming to the how the tests are done for the prostate cancer and prostatitis. So we'll discuss it in 2 minutes. Okay. So if in some cases persistent pain in lower back, hips, and pelvis may be experienced. Lower back is this side here, pelvis, okay, and the hip side. So once you get this pain here, you know, this is associated with the prostate and prostate issues. Sometimes you get confused, you picked up a bag and you think, oh my God, I've done it. But if it's persistent, and you know, you go to sleep and you say, oh my God, it's not helping me at all. You rest and nothing changes. You know, it's worth having it diagnosed by the doctor. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, this is, I like this slide because it actually, in a very diagrammatic fashion, it actually tells you the symptoms of cancer. So if you go from number 1, it says blood in the urine, typically that, okay? Second one, force, where you go to the toilet and you have to force to do yeah? Urinary problems, unable to urinate, biting. When when you're going in the toilet and you feel like something is biting you there is something wrong going on there. All this pain. And you come to the lower back, as I explained to you, okay? You also feel a bit weary, okay, going down to frequent urination at night, ED, of course, and then the burning sensation. So this is a very, very good slide to just generally gives you an idea of what, I'll give you a few minutes to have a quick look at it, and then we'll move on. Okay, thanks. Next slide, please. So why is it important for early detection then? I put 3 points there. I'll elaborate them. Early detection prostate can make a huge difference. When caught in early stages, the cancer is usually confined to the prostate, okay? Making treatment more effective, more direct, and more inclusive. In fact, most men diagnosed early will live many years after their diagnosis. Okay, so that's a good point. Regular health checks, very important. Men over 50, younger men with family history should have an open conversation with the GP without hiding anything. If there's something wrong with you, there's nothing stopping you from talking to your GP about it. Be open about it, be honest about it, you know. because it can help you rather than, so don't be shy about it. Some of the thing is not macho to talk about it, but it is. It is your health, it's your life. Yeah? Basically. Next one, please. Say it, next slide. It's okay, it's busy on the phone. Okay, this is screening and PSA testing. What is being used at the moment in the UK for testing prostate thing. One of the ways to detect prostate cancer is through PSA test. What is PSA? Any offers? PSA? Okay, in our body there is a prostate specific antigen which is called PSA shortly. Yeah. So what the doctor will do is take your blood sample, okay, send it for analysis, and they'll check out what's the PSA value, and accordingly any high levels of this indicate the prostate may not. But that doesn't mean that you got prostate cancer. However, it's that you could be enlarged prostate, okay, you're having problems. Now, don't get confused or worried about the fact that, I've got prostate cancer. No, it could only be an enlarged prostate. It happens to everybody. Most of the people after age of 50 onwards, the prostate from a walnut size gets a little bit bigger, okay, and every time you go to urinate, you have issues or you have drips coming out and things like that. Now, that is not abnormal, yeah? Cancer would be like I gave you the symptoms, and in a minute I'll show you the diagram which will show you what cancer is. Okay. While PSA test can help, it's not perfect, and some cancers can be missed even in the PSA test. That is why the NPA, the NHS, and all the health organizations, including Prostate UK, say that you must talk to your GP and have informed information with them. Then they can send you for different diagnostic tools they've got for determination and finding if there's anything wrong with that. Next slide, please. So what is the diagnostic procedure? There's a digital rectal examination. Okay, there is biopsy and the MRI scan. DRE is where the doctor examines you, through the rectum, feels your prostate, but they cannot say anything. They can only say that it's an enlarged prostate. It's very difficult for them to say whether it's cancerous or not. But they can feel it, and they can say, okay, we feel that it's enlarged, and that's about it. And then they can refer you for MRI scan, or they can take biopsy for further diagnosis. So it's not very common nowadays that they use the DRE method. Very few people, very few doctors use it. Normally they will go through other procedures and they'll take it from there. If, however, the screening suggested a problem, further tests on MRIs, like I told you, imaging like MRI can help determine how far the cancer has spread. So MRI is very important testing tool there, to know the determination of how far the cancer has gone. These tests are essentially making an accurate diagnosis and deciding on what further treatments should be done. Next slide, please. Okay, stages of cancer. This is very important. Stage 1 is the localized slow growing one. Then there's a confined to the prostate. Then the third stage is where it spreads, and the fourth is the advanced stage. So, if I look at stage 4, and the tumor has spread outside the prostate to other parts of body, such as the bladder, the bones, the liver, and also the nodes, etc., and even up to the lungs, because this area very fast spreading. Next slide, please. Okay, I think it's self-explanatory, but I'll just go through it again. You see that little thing there in the corner? That's the first small tumor. This one here. Okay, so this is fine. This is is not it can be not controlled as such. That's up to you, but it can as long as it doesn't spread outside the cancer, outside the prostate is fine. But then it slowly grows there. Now, when the doctor is doing the RE examination, they can feel this, okay? However, they cannot tell the extent of this, so they want to know, have to measure the area of the cancer there, etc., and that's all done with MRI and other tests. Now, the problem starts when you come to number 3, okay? The cancer grows, okay, and then it's starting to move out of the gland into neighboring tissues and neighboring organs. That's when the start troubles are. And this one is completely stage 4. This is very dodgy. On this one here, probably very dangerous stage because it's gone out of control, it's gone into other organs and into things like liver and lungs. And once you got it there, it's spread all over, uncontrollable. Next slide, please. So the treatment options. As you can see, I put down there surgery, full or part, they remove the prostate. They could cut the prostate, which is malignant, and they take it out and remove that. Radiotherapy is another very common one. They use radiotherapy, and it's very specific, reaches the place where it's needed. There's also a new thing with the hormone therapy that they use. And all the treatments are tailored according to the age and how old it is. Next slide, please. So once somebody's got prostate cancer, what do you do? How do you live with the prostate cancer? So living with prostate is a very challenging, not only for yourself, but also for the family. But there are counseling groups that help the families and the patients emotionally. Okay, there are other who actually help them also financially. Of course, the NHS has got a very, very good supporting system as well. Prostate Cancer UK is also very supportive in this thing. So there are a lot of providers, healthcare providers, who will help you. So if you need your help, please seek that help. If somebody you know who needs help, and somebody you know, you can also offer your help through other institutions. By all means, contact them. Yeah. So next slide, please. Recent development, advances in early detection methods, new treatment approaches, and of course, UK-based clinical trials are going on continuously. Okay. So, next one, please. I've touched on resources and support. I said NHS Comprehensive Prostate Cancer information is there. Prostate Cancer UK. I found Prostate Cancer UK very supportive indeed. Now I'm getting at least about 1 or 2 emails a week from them. They've got so many programs, they've got so many patients or sufferers who are actually giving their own personal views about cancer and how they're getting on with that, how the family support. They're doing so many charity runs for that. So that is a very good organization to get it, join it. Just go onto website Prostate UK, put your name in there and just sign. You don't have to pay anything, okay? But if you make a donation, it will go very far, I think. And then, of course, there are some local support groups. There will be one in Harrow. Okay, there will be one in wherever you live. There should be some support groups that will help you get through that. Okay. So actually, you'll be happy to know that I've concluded almost. So, as I said, prostate cancer is very common, but it's treatable as long as you catch it early. Okay, early detection is extremely crucial. Okay, and I would encourage everybody to health checks and open conversation with your doctors all the time. Even when we are sitting here, we can discuss it, and you see some health professionals, you can totally discuss with them. you're most welcome to talk to me. I can help you in any way. If I've got the knowledge, I'll help you with you. There are so many doctors, etc., health professionals here. And I think this kind of gathering, with seniors, etc., on a regular basis, always increases the awareness of health awareness, and that is really useful. So I think that's a fantastic initiative, Mr. Chairman. Now, next session, please, is on question and answer. If you've got any questions, whatever I can answer, I will answer, inshallah. And I would also, is Munna Manji here? Yeah, I just want Munna to come up here, please, if you don't mind. And Munna had some prostate issues, and I spoke to him yesterday, and he said that he will give me some sort of insight of how he is coping with that. So very briefly, Munna, you got 3 minutes or less.
No, it's all right, I'll stand. Assalamu alaikum. I had the issue about 4 years ago. I didn't know about it because most of my swimming partners and golfing partners just decided to go to the doctors. And I went there because I was feeling fine. I had no problem concerning urine, no problem concerning urine or anything. And lo and behold, when I went for PSA testing, like most of my mates went, it came to about 13. So they quickly sent me for MRI scan and also for radiation. I had about 20 radiation and about 6. Is that called injection? Yeah? Kakaji? Yeah. Injection, isn't it? And it dropped from number 13 to 6. And it continued with some more radiation, and it went down to 0.98. But after 4 years, unfortunately, it started going up again to 1.98 for the last couple of weeks. So I'm due for a next MRI scan on the 23rd of March. I advise everybody, either you feel fit, you don't go to toilets, you must take PSA testing. If you are over 65, 70, you have to. Because from my friends, I would say from the swimming and the golfing, I would say 60% had PSA issues. And all were fit. They didn't even know about it. So I'm advising you, you do a PSA testing, your diet control, you must have a lot of exercise, a lot of swimming, pick up table tennis also. Fitness, you must do about 5,000 steps every day, and control your diet, especially oily stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Munna, for sharing this. It's a very personal thing, and we appreciate that. This is for information for everybody to look up. So this is a practical example. Anybody else want to share their experience? Yes, Dr. Sam.
One thing, when I was in embryology, I did a slide of the prostate, and I compared with the slide of the breast, and they're very similar. When I was doing embryology at the medical school, I did a slide of the prostate and compared it with the slide of the breast, and they're very, very similar. And if you look at it, the prostate produces fructose to help the sperm to move forward, and the breast produces glucose to help the baby nourish. So God has provided for the sperm energy through fructose and through the breast milk for sucrose for baby to survive. So it is very, very interesting. And plus, what he has mentioned about backache and things with prostate cancer is usually a sign of secondaries. The secondaries to the bones are very common in prostate cancer. And you see, when the GP does the PR, he can feel it. If it is soft, that is usually hypertrophy. If it is hard, it could be cancer. But he can't be absolutely sure until he does a biopsy. So it is better to follow it up fully. That is important. And the other thing I wanted to mention is something which is what he has talked before about dementia, because that is another point which recently there have been some studies which have shown that you can actually prevent dementia by using dapagliflozin. This is in the BMJ. It's not my cooked up story. You see, what has happened is it is a medicine which is for diabetes, which is the paragliflozin, but it helps the amyloid deposition between the cells to be dissolved. Because these amyloid cells are between the brain cells. It prevents transmission from one cell to the other, and that's how Alzheimer's disease starts, and that's how dementia starts. They're all the same thing. Alzheimer's and dementia are very similar. So it is important that when you are with your GP, discuss with him about giving you paragliflozin in diabetes treatment, and that can help to prevent dementia. So these are the 2 points. And prostate cancer is very, very common. He's very right. And the one picture which has put here of the urethra, it also helps us to understand the stubra. When Ayatollah Sistani says you press the urethra up to the root of the penis. If you look at the side that he had put up there, when the urethra comes out into the perineum, it balloons up and urine is stuck there. So if you bend down or you cough, urine can come out after you finish passing urine, and that can make you nauseous. So you should press from the perineum right in front of the anus to get rid of the rest of the urine. That's a very good picture it's brought, and this is very, very useful. It is a very useful picture. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rahim, for your input. I think that was very helpful. Dr. Saib is a GP, so excellent advice. Anybody else? Yes, please. Come through.
Sorry, can you hear me? What is the purpose of the prostate gland at all? What does it do? It's a bit like tonsils. It's there, but we don't know what it does.
So it facilitates the seminal fluid, exactly like Dr. said. Yeah. So it's there to facilitate that, and that's why it is. Everybody's got one.
Flaccid produces, give fructose for the sperm.
For the sperm, that's it.
Energy to move forward.
The other question I had was, I've been sent to get my PSA test done twice, and both times come up as 0.6. And doctor says you've got nothing to worry about. But what are these numbers? So Mona said he had 12 or 13. I mean, what is the range?
Range, doctor?
I think what you need to do is a rising of PSA level. It is the rate of rise. If the rate of rise is very high, it could be prostate cancer. If
There's
the
no
rate of
parameter.
rise is low, it will be benign prostatic hypertension. So this can help a lot.
So the question was, what's the range of the prostate, say 1.6, 1.6? The doctor was explaining to you how it rises, it varies upon that, for those who didn't hear that. Anybody else? Yes, Abbasman.
Just to know that you have said that you should drink water before you go to sleep. If you drink water, maybe too much of standard type, then you
have to go to the toilet.
in the middle, after 2-3 hours, you wake up and you have
I mean, if you are getting up to go to the toilet, it disturbs your sleep, etc., you should drink slightly earlier, of course, yeah? But otherwise, I don't see anything, generally speaking. Any other questions?
So is there a link between, is there a link between diabetes and prostate cancer at all? Link between diabetes and prostate cancer?
Not that I've come across, no. Not direct link. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, let me just tell you about diabetes. Diabetes affects everything. Every organ in your body is affected by diabetes, one way or the other. So I dare say, yes. I don't have any scientific, I haven't read anywhere, but maybe doctor or anybody else who can elucidate more. But I think diabetes is an unfortunate condition whereby it ultimately affects each and every organ in your body, regardless of what it is. Yeah. So keep away from diabetes if you can. Okay, and control your sugar. You don't need the sugar, seriously. Once you stop taking sugar, you won't miss it. Yeah, it's just like smoking. The best way to give up smoking is not to start it again. Yeah, so it's similar with the sugar thing. Any other question on that side? You guys are very quiet there. Yes, sir.
I was diagnosed with the same problem we've been talking about, and then I was sent for 40 sessions of physiotherapy.
Sorry?
I was sent for 40 sessions in the hospital for physiotherapy, and that has led to my PSA coming down drastically to under 0.01 even today. That is my experience.
Okay, so respected gentleman just said that, you know, after physiotherapy, his PSA has come down tremendously. That's amazing.
It's amazing, but I think usually they use hormone treatment.
Hormone treatment, yes.
Estrogens, counted testosterone. Testosterone causes the prostate cancer. So the main thing, sometimes if you remove the testes, if you have got
Yeah.
severe
He's talking about healthy prostate as it is, yeah, but when you're talking about that's different, yeah. So hormonal treatment helps a lot, and it quite regularly eradicates, hopefully, the cancer, or reduces the size of cancer, maybe. So I was going to go and talk to you about the two commonly prescribed drugs for prostate. One of them is tamsulosin, the other one is finasteride. They've got different mode of action. I think, hold on a second, I did make a note somewhere. Yeah. So basically, tamsulosin, I'm going to go on some technical terms, is a selective alpha-adrenergic receptor antagonist. What it means is it affects the tamsulosin targeted the smooth muscle of the receptors of the prostate and the urethra. Blocking this receptor relaxes the smooth muscle of the bladder, and therefore you get the easier flow of the urine. Okay? Finasteride on the other side, it blocks the action of an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. Okay? This enzyme changes the testosterone and another hormone that causes the prostate to grow. Okay? So it will increase the testosterone levels in the body, which decreases the prostate size, in effect allows the flow of the urine. Okay? Any other comments, anything? I'm really on time, I think. So before I sit down, I'm really grateful for the opportunity, Mr. Chairman, and the seniors team, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you always. Thank you.
Jazakallah, Kakaji, that was such a useful topic that you have shared with us, and really appreciate your time and effort to coming and discuss with us. It's a very serious matter when I say 1 in 8 people are being diagnosed in the UK with nearly 52,000 people, which is a huge number in the UK only. The only thing I can make a comment is that inshallah may Allah save us from this illness, and cancer is, as you know, is a very life-threatening illness, and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us. Once again, thank you so much, Kakaji, for your beautiful presentation, and may Allah bless you and your parents, inshallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. May I now request Brother Zaid to come and recite Surah Yasin for us. Thank you.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنزل آباءهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي للأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين يديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاء المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعضدنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أتخذ من دونه آلهة يرد الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كما أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها هبا فمنهم يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وعناب فجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملت أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض من أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشاء نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا متاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أن نطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينزلون إلا صيحة واحدة تعقبهم هم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متقعون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أنزل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمر نكس في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وظللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي ينشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل الفاتحة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Hasan, Jazakallah, thank you so much, Zaid, by for that beautiful Surah Yasin recitation. May Allah bless you and parents. Just a repeat of an end of this announcement about the Birmingham trip, which is going on Saturday for the Majlis in Birmingham. There is no cost for the transport. The minibus will leave from here at 4:30. You are requested to sort of assemble or meet in the main car park and make sure that your cars are parked right at the back by the wall, because there's going to be majlis that night. It will leave at 4:30. The program is starting at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, 25th, I understand. And the program in Birmingham will finish at 9:30, and thereafter you will be heading back, and inshallah reach back 11:30, 12-ish. Thank you. There is no cost for this trip, so if you wish to attend, please put your name down at the desk. The maximum number is 15 people, 15 passengers can come along. And also today's Sufraniyas is by the seniors. For the seniors, please donate generously at the desk. Thank you. May I now request Amajibul Dua for the Shafa for all the Marzal Mu'minin al Mu'minat, and to bring about peace in the world, and for the ceasefire to hold on, because at the moment it seems very fragile. But we wish all the best, and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to get our mu'mineen lives and Muslimin lives better, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amma yujibu al-mustarra iza da'ahu wa yakshafu as-su'. 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 Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. توجه زيارة please. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوسين. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولاي يا ابن مولاي. السلام عليك يا قريب الغرباء. السلام عليك يا سلطان يا أبا الحسن علي بن موسى رضا. كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء. السلام عليك ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا صاحب الزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان يا ابن زهرة عليه السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرزق طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. صلوات على محمد وآل محمد.